Hello, everyone. Welcome to the playoffs here in the Reddit League. My name is Atomo, and I'm joined by Calamity. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Yeah, we have finished the regular season, and now we are into the promotion and relegation battles, as well as the Division One playoffs for the championship. So our matchup today for you all is a Division Three promotion match between Hugoalvara and Calamity. So another one of yours, Calamity.
Mm.
Uh, Same win, draw, loss tallies, but very different stats beyond that.
Yeah, I've got a bit of an advantage in terms of everything pretty much. A bit more average points, bit closer on average kilometers, bit more aces. He's just got the best game. But yeah, other than that, season's relatively similar, as you said, bit of, the same win draw loss ratio, and I've got one more point. But yeah, I guess that's why we're both in the promotion decider because our seasons were quite similar.
Yeah, indeed. And one thing to note here is that in Hugo Alvaro's form in recent times, he has beaten Calamity very recently, but it was on a smaller map, not on a world map that we'll be facing today. So we'll take a look at that. We're on an AI generated world map made by Roland Hill. Average score is 14,500 points. It's been played over 10,000 times and has over 80,000 locations. Yeah, a very balanced map made by an AI. No blurry locations or photospheres. So it should be pretty good with very even coverage all around. So Calamity, do you fancy yourself on this rematch?
Yeah, I fancy myself more than, well, I did fancy myself in Puerto Rico, just made a mistake.
Hmm.
I think it's gonna be pretty close regardless. Generally, well, like everyone can play world maps, depending on the locations, of course. If we get like rural Russia, it might be a bit more interesting. But other than that, it's gonna be down to a couple hundred points, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the same thing. It's very interesting to have these world map as our promotion relegation decider because, in general, this is probably where the players are the strongest. So it gives them a chance to shine, and it gives some of those players who had a bad season a good run to try to stay up in their divisions or even get promoted to the next one. Yeah, so let's see how you do against Hugo this time as we jump into our match.
Bright sunshine.
Very bright. And the brief sign I saw from you looked like Turkish,
Yep,
but
it is.
as Hugo finds a sign with .tr on it, we are in Turkey.
Hmm. Turkey can always be a bit hit or miss for me. Um, I usually prefer rounds in like rural areas in Turkey because you'll find a lot of
Mm.
signs towards like bigger cities, highway numbers, etc. Whereas in big cities, it's good if you know the city. It's not good if you don't because
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you'll usually not find many. You'll not find the name of the city written everywhere like in other countries, and there's usually not too many signs towards other cities in Turkish cities unless you get to a highway.
Yeah, so it'll come down to who can recognize what the town name might be.
Mm. Hugo's been
And
looking at this
any,
sign for a long time, and it does say
yeah.
the city name on it, but I'm not sure if he knows which of the words it was.
And you've got some road signs,
Yep,
but whether or not those are helpful,
I can tell you I didn't recognize any of them.
yeah, I don't recognize any. But as you say, like usually when I get Turkey, I am in the countryside and you get a road number and then the distances, and that's not too bad. But oh well, there's Istanbul. At least you'll know that one.
Yeah, Istanbul, but like it's not the smallest city. You'd expect a lot of signs towards that in a lot of different places.
Yeah, not the most helpful in terms of it could be on a sign anywhere in the country.
Mm,
But you Calamity putting us in the western peninsula of Turkey there.
yeah, I also realized like 10 seconds ago while I was looking through the map that the actual city name was staring me right in the face and I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
There he is,
more
right there.
useful. Yep.
Yeah.
What Hugo just saw, but covered with his map, is a road number.
So he will know we are. Looks like to be outside of Istanbul. Can we? Nope. Not quite. About a minute left. Still doing some searching, some signs, but neither player down to the pinpointing aspect of things. It's really interesting. He's looking at that sign that doesn't have the road number on it.
Yeah.
I don't know why he wouldn't focus a little bit on that more, but
I mean, maybe he is, but just he's remembered it and doesn't need to
yeah,
look at it constantly.
I guess, but now he is going to move it because maybe he can't.
Yeah. And am I going to see it? Yeah, there, finally.
Yep, you've got it. There you go. A little bit of luck with 30 seconds left. Map scrolling pays off. Now, where in the city are you? That's the next big question.
Pretty much hopeless at this point.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like Hugo has found it. He's looking way too far east. Following that road, looking for any of these names. But given how close we are, the names are probably buried. So you're going to have to zoom in a bit to see, and he's going to miss that on that as time runs out. Not too far off for him, though. 4,535 points in round one for him. But Calamity finding the right city, 4,986 points. So definitely very nice for you there.
I could have been a bit smarter about the pinpointing, but I forgot that I basically found all my signs on a highway. So I was at the end just looking for a road that sort of fit the direction to close to the starting point. And yeah, could have just put it near the highway, but I didn't. So, well.
Well, still good enough to earn you about a 400 odd point lead over Hugo going into round number 2. So definitely still doable for Hugo. He's not out of the race yet. 400 points is not a insurmountable amount.
Yeah, it's a decent advantage on a world map, but definitely it can still all go wrong depending on what locations we get.
Yeah, so far we seem to be Africa somewhere.
Yeah, for this location, I sort of I set myself a limit. I'm gonna go in this direction until we hit 330, and then I'm gonna turn around if I don't find anything, because it didn't look like there was gonna be much.
Yeah.
I was actually not too sure
Hugo
that
has seen a couple signs.
Yeah. They should tell him that we're in Eswatini.
Eswatini, yeah.
Yeah.
It's appeared so. Eswatini, the country that got me on a game the other day because I was trying to remember what Swaziland was. And they renamed the country actually pretty recently.
A couple years ago.
So, yeah. But he does see that sign. And you will see some cities and distances. So you'll not only get the country, but maybe a bit of a leg up.
I wonder where Hugo is right now, because I walked 30 seconds in the other direction. Then I went back to the start and went the same direction that Hugo went. And I'm now about 15 seconds ahead of him.
Well, we know from the last video that we watched with you two that he is a little bit slower in his movement, more methodical in reading those signs. So you've got lots of cities and distances to triangulate your position. He's put us, and with a bit of luck, just straight into the middle of the country, which happens to be where we are, when he dropped his pin. So he is not too far away from the actual location as he finds those signs that you have. Then he'll confirm his location.
I mean, Eswatini isn't that big, so you're not going to be far away wherever you are.
Yeah, especially on a world map, much more generous.
Yeah, now just trying to pinpoint, finding out where exactly I am.
Yeah, so round 2, actually, believe it or not, easier to pinpoint for these two compared to Turkey.
Yeah, I mean, Turkey might not have been that hard to pinpoint, but by the time, like, I knew where we were, there was no time to pinpoint anymore.
True.
And Hugo didn't even get to that stage, so he didn't even have a chance to pinpoint.
Yeah, but this one does appear. Hugo seems to think he knows where this curve is in the road.
I actually know. I don't know if Hugo knows.
You're not too far away from him with about 30 seconds left.
I think Hugo
He's in
was
the
actually
same curve
close.
as-
Hugo was actually closer when I said that to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
now
guys are
we're
both in the same curve,
Yeah.
so very, very close. About 20 seconds left. Not much else to go off of.
Mm,
So I think you both just let the clock run out. You're nice to me.
yeah, not
So-
any need to go off of anything else.
Yeah. And that will be the round 2. So no points gained on you in round 2 by Hugo. An ace for both players, but no more points dropped, at least, is something to take into round number 3. So overall, pretty simple round 2, Calamity.
Yeah, there were lots of signs close by with a lot of cities to tell you exactly where you are, and the signs were even so nice to point you towards 2 cities that were exactly the same amount of kilometers away in opposite directions. So you didn't even have to do much in terms of estimating how much kilometers is this. You just went in the middle of the 2 cities, and there it was.
Very nice indeed. As we get into round number 3, Calamity maintaining that 449-point lead.
That doesn't
And
sound
now
right.
No, 51 points.
Yep.
I went the wrong way again, didn't I? Looks like Europe this time.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Northern Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just saw like a Finnish or something. Not Finnish. Scandinavian sign is what I meant, but
Yeah, it's Denmark.
Denmark.
I found a sign, relatively useful one, that points me to one of those yellow roads that I found now, and that Söder is the city that was on that sign.
Mm-hmm. Hugo seeing the Danish flag. He tries to read a parking lot sign.
I don't think those usually have good information on them.
Yeah, I don't think they really do. I think your sign that you have on your screen, very nice. 21, 57, 23, good intersection, easy to find, as well as some city names to help you
Yeah,
narrow in on that.
I should have looked for that, shouldn't I? What I was looking for here was basically just a sign telling me this is the city you're in. Or alternatively, this city is 5 kilometers that way, for example.
That's always nice to have.
Would be nice, yeah.
There's
what's
some
Hugo
cities
doing?
right there, but maybe a little bit too small cities to be able to find.
Those aren't cities. I think those are industrial areas.
Oh, okay. Well, Hugo will make his way to a very similar intersection,
That would have been
if
helpful.
not the same one.
That's the sign with the kilometers I wanted.
There we go, 33.
Mm.
He's got it. He knows he's in Denmark. That's nice for him. He's got to find these roads with a minute and a half left, as well as the city. Should be able to do it.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. I'm just looking through this road, trying to find anything, not finding anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's that one roundabout right there, but
There's a lot of roundabouts there.
Got a gas station, some stores. The minute left, Hugo is still looking for the road. He's looking now. He's going to finally make his way to the right island.
I just found a
outside
sign.
of Copenhagen.
Yeah. He's found the right road. I saw a sign that I think is a town entrance sign to like a small village, but I couldn't find that on the map either.
Yeah, Hugo a bit north, maybe. Seems confident he's found an intersection that he needs. Calamity, though, south of that location, so one of them will get it. Yeah, there are some town names with some distances on it.
There's the sign I wanted, just with 15 seconds to go, coming a bit late.
Yeah. But, I mean, 15 seconds is not insignificant, but maybe it gets that heart beating a little bit fast. You're trying to find it with only a few seconds left. Hugo will guess higher north, but given the fact that you were on the right road, he only gains the odd 53 points or so. So 4,996 for him, 4,943 for you. So Hugo will make some progress in closing that gap, but only about 10% of what he really needs. So, yeah, not too bad of a round, Calamity. Lots of signs, but just maybe finding the right one took a bit of time. So.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't particularly good, but from me. But yeah, 50 points, whatever.
Whatever. Oops.
Bit too far. There you go.
There we go. He goes a bit behind, but ooh, a very nice mountain location. My initial guess would be Switzerland.
Yeah, my initial guess would have been Slovakia. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Both of them are wrong.
Well, we're in the Alps somewhere. So nice winding roads. Always fun to navigate for the players, having to make sure you don't get yourself flipped around and double back by accident.
And I'm saying Slovakia. My main guess of Slovakia, my guess of Slovakia was mainly because of how it looks. Knowing Geoguessr, of course, and these windy mountain roads, I would have agreed with your guess of Switzerland, because that's usually where you are, high in the mountains, on those small roads.
Yeah, those roads to ski lodges and resorts tend to be represented in Geoguessr quite a bit. But, could be in some ski areas of northern Italy or something that as well.
Yeah,
haven't really seen too much to go off of from either of you. Looks like Hugo has seen some kind of sign, whether or not he can read it or not.
I can't. Maybe he can.
Yeah, I don't think I could. Well, there's a French.
Yep. Is that Canada?
That's my bet.
We're in Canada.
I don't think that's possible, but I mean, there's a Swiss something, crest or seal or whatever, coat of arms.
I wouldn't say that's the Swiss one.
Well, I guess all the Swiss would be cantons specifically, not the nation as a whole. But there we go. Calamity with the first real peek at some signs here.
Now we know we're in France.
Yeah. And Hugo not too far behind with his signs. Not the same ones, but just as good for information at least. So in that eastern part of France, Hugo still looking in Switzerland, though. Now, the western end of Switzerland does speak a lot of French.
Yep, but
so not a ridiculous guess, but
but the style of signs is different.
Yes, that's the clue there.
But yeah, we're definitely close to Switzerland regardless, because that's just where the mountains in France are, because it's not the Pyrenees.
Yeah, so I mean, even if you guess the wrong side of the border, probably wouldn't be too bad.
Mm.
A minute left. Neither of you really have much to go on besides Eastern France.
Yeah, this would be an important sign. It says Pays d'Evian. Evian is a well-known city in France. You might know it from the water, but
Ah,
I knew I had looked for it before on the France map and didn't find it. Then I searched up where it is and forgot it in the meantime. And with
oh,
20 seconds left,
neither of you. I don't know if either of you even put a pin down. Oh,
I
you
have. Yeah,
have.
we both have. No,
Okay.
Hugo hasn't. I have.
I don't think he has. Just to be safe, he's gonna put us in Switzerland,
Yeah,
but on the wrong side of the country. He should know to at least move it over.
yeah,
There
he
we go.
does.
That'll save him from anything too much.
Mm, yeah,
And
there's.
actually, he'll get you by over 131
Mm,
points. So he was really close, just the wrong side of the
yeah.
border. Yeah, very nice. So 4,888 for him, 4,757 for you. Again, another small gain for Hugo, cutting that lead, I think less than half now, but
Uh,
still a bit to go.
Not sure.
200 and something
Might
odd
be.
points
Yeah,
difference.
we'll
We'll look at it
see.
in the next round. But
But
yeah,
you can probably see there on my screen, even though it's a bit blurry now. There's Evian up there
mm,
at the lake.
yeah,
Doesn't actually show up really at the zoom level you'd normally look. Like you need to zoom in quite far. And I'd probably have found it if I had looked for it for longer, but by the time I'd found the sign, it was like 35 seconds.
mm, yeah. So not a whole lot to work with, but not nothing either.
Mm.
So Hugo slowly scratching back, but he is running out of time as we get into the final round. Hugo 19,419 points, Calamity 19,686. So yeah, almost 300 points.
Mm.
And we are in Taiwan with lots of signs. So probably not going to be able to make up those points here unless Calamity guesses the wrong side of the island.
Which, considering I've now found the city, it says,
The road, yeah.
yeah,
So there's a road name and a city name. So
yeah.
in English, makes it very unlikely. So it looks like Calamity will skim by and make himself. That's not how you talk, and get himself into Division 2 next season.
I mean, you could say make himself a Division 2 player.
I guess I could say that. Makes himself very happy as well
Yep.
with that promotion. Hugo has found the right side of the island in an almost a no move challenge by both of these players, given how nice the signs are.
Mm.
But he will have to. He keeps zooming way out. Does he?
Oh.
No, we're not in.
Like
You found the.
He was zooming right into Taitung, which
Yeah,
it says
and
on the
I
sign
don't
right
know
there.
why. Maybe just making sure he's not making a mistake. Checking what Japan looks like just to make sure it's nope, that's certainly not it. And there he goes, finally.
Mm.
We are on the 11, so he'll hopefully realize that. He's got 2 minutes left, shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah. This round was surprisingly a lot harder to pinpoint than it looks.
Yeah, I think you have lots of good information to figure out what country and city you're in without even moving, but to pinpoint the exact spawn location, you're going to have to move a bit, and there's not a whole lot to go off of. There's no numbers at the starting point.
Yeah, for example, like the sign that was just there that I was looking at said Fugang is 3 kilometers away. I couldn't find that anywhere. So it just, you can see
There's a
there.
sign for the hot spring,
yeah,
which isn't too
and
bad.
well, the hot spring is about 5 kilometers to the west of there right now.
Yeah.
But that doesn't help you much either. You just know you're east of that somewhere, which, well, the whole city is east of that somewhere. So,
Yeah. That gas station might be a
yep,
bit of help.
that's. I am at one such gas station. There's a couple of those though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it was a Taiwan round with M the Baseman, and we found the intersection
Mm.
we thought was the intersection, and they had the same store name at two different intersections. So he thought he found it, and he was telling me all this stuff that sounded perfect, but
Mm.
uh, the same store name can be in multiple places,
Yeah, who knew?
especially when it's a block away, and the store can be quite big, so it doesn't
Mm.
exactly help. But yeah, so
Oh, there's Fugang. Yeah, there we go. Now I found it.
there you go.
I don't even remember.
20 seconds left. You've got it.
I don't even remember finding Fugang.
Hmm. No, but you did get it. An ace in your final round means you will, in fact, clinch your promotion to Division Two.
Mm.
Hugo is a bit far off, doesn't even remember what road we're on. He's going to run out of time and have us on the wrong road. I don't know why, but he will do that. 4,986 points for him. So a bit of a comeback over a couple rounds for Hugo there, but not enough in the end to oust you from the spot. So he'll be returning to Division 3 next season with maybe hopes of being in that top place or two. The automatic promotions doesn't have to do this again.
Mm.
But yeah, congrats to you, Calamity.
Thanks.
Yeah, so that will do it for Division 3 this season. So do you fancy your chances in Division 2 next year, Calamity, as we wrap this one up?
Yeah, I think I don't think the time limit is gonna have a big influence on me. I think that's because I usually practice with 3-minute rounds anyway. So going down from 4 minutes to 3:30 might not be like a big deal. It's just that Division 2 is basically now filled with great players,
Yeah.
which doesn't make it any easier. I mean, there are a lot of good players in Division 3 as well, but there's not really any bad players here now anymore.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who was the automatic promotions out of it. M the
Yeah,
Baseman
and Guelo is it.
was one, and Guelo, yeah. So those two who beat you in Division 3, you'll have to fight off again in Division 2
I mean,
next season.
you say they beat me in Division 3. I beat both of them in the direct matchup.
Well, they still place higher than you in the table.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you like this content, please hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future matchups. And of course, season 3 of the Reddit League coming at you next year after the new year. So we'll see you all then. Take care.
Bye.